All right, close your eyes. I'm finna talk to Jesus. Hey, put your prayer hands up. Let's go. Now I lay me down to sleep. Pray the Lord. Soul to keep. If I die. If I die. Be still when you're talking to Jesus. Be still when you're talking to Jesus. If I die, Grayson. If I die. Before I wake. I pray the Lord. Pray the Lord. Pray the Lord. Soul to keep. Jesus. Jesus. Help us. Help us make it through the night. And go to school in the morning. Hey. Power. Power. Say it like you mean it. Say power. Lord. Let me wake up in the morning. Say Lord. Say Lord. Let me see another day. Thank you for the food. Thank you for the white milk at school. Thank you for the fish sticks. Thank you for the mashed potatoes at school. What else y'all eat?
Eat chicken.
Yeah, thank you. Close your eyes back when you're talking to Jesus. Thank you for the chicken, Jesus.
Thank you, chicken, Jesus.
Was it a wing? Was it chicken wing or was it a breast?
Chicken. And rice.
And rice.
And fields. And corn.
And corn. Close your eyes and thank Jesus for us.
My nose one.
Hurry up, because Jesus is waiting on us to get through talking to him, because he got other people to talk to. Blow your nose. I hope Jesus ain't hung up. Come on. Stop running like that. Thank you for... hold your head up when you're talking to Jesus. Hey, sit up straight. I'm finna go. Thank you for the chicken.
Thank you, chicken.
Thank you for the rice.
Thank you, the rice.
Thank you for the white milk.
Thank you, white milk.
Thank you for everything.
Thank you, corn.
And thank you for the corn.
Thank you, corn. Thank you, the fields.
And the food. Thank you for a ride.
Thank you, the ride.
For a ride to school.
Ride to school.
And tell Jesus what happened to Grayson. Tell Jesus what happened to me car.
It's running hot.
You see how, stop. You see her car running hot?
My car running hot.
Say, Jesus, don't let me car run hot.
Jesus!
Take your pants off when you get to bed. He said, Grayson, stop, get down. Cause it's time to go to bed. Take your pants off and get in the bed. He said, my pet car ran hot. Get in the bed. Miss Pat. Miss Pat. We said our prayer. Grayson told Jesus your car ran hot. Oh, God. Hey, get in the bed. Stop it. We praying that he done told Jesus Miss Pat car ran hot. He said, me car ran hot. Man, I'm so weak. Oh, Lord. Good. Hey, go to bed. You ain't go on and take a shower. You do smell like a little puppy. I thought you had already had one. Good night, Facebook. I'm done. Oh, Pastor Haynes, good morning. Thank you for joining us early this morning. I know you got a good word, man.
Oh, Rickey Smiley, with this kind of song, what else can we do, man, but go to the rock, especially since life is so crazy. The circumstances of life will crush you. People will disappoint you. People will walk out on you. But here's the good news is this song simply says, when the earth all around me is sinking sand, on Christ, the solid rock I stand. I love it because the song simply lets us know every now and then God for us is our stability in the midst of instability. When the earth all around me is sinking sand, that's a picture of quicksand. Quicksand means that life is taking you down. People are dragging you down. You are simply going down and feeling down, and you're wondering if you're going to be able to get out. This song says when the earth all around you is like that quicksand, here's what you do. Christ provides you with stability in the midst of instability. So here's what you do. Go to the rock. That's when you turn to God, not from God. And when you turn to God, God will provide you with that stability in the midst of instability. God will give you that solid foundation that you can stand on when everything around you is trying to take you down. Here's what's so powerful about that picture. When everything and everyone is trying to pull you down, what you are standing on is so solid. It gives you the stability that you need to stand anyhow. That's what you do. Stand anyhow, because Christ is that solid rock, but not just a solid rock, a shelter in the midst of a storm. That's what Whitney sang. Why? It simply means that God doesn't always take us out of the storm, but God provides us with shelter in the midst of that storm. That's powerful right there, because the storm is raging in someone's life right now, and you want God to stop the storm. God says, I ain't got to stop the storm. I can give you a shelter in the midst of the storm, so the storm doesn't throw you off. The storm doesn't drown you. The storm doesn't get the best of you, because you have a shelter in the midst of that storm. And so that's the good news I give everyone today. When you turn to God and not from God, God gives you stability when everything around you is sinking sand. God gives you shelter in the midst of your storm. So here's what you do. Don't turn from God, turn to God. Go to the rock, and when you go to the rock, God will keep you in the midst of the craziness, and God will shelter you in the midst of your storm. I don't know about y'all. I'm going to the rock.
I know that's right. Pastor Haynes, ladies and gentlemen, the senior pastor of Friendship West Missionary Baptist Church, Dallas, Texas. Pastor Haynes, let everybody know how you can be reached.
Hey, thank you, Rickey Smiley. You can follow me on social media. I'm on Twitter and Instagram at FH Unscripted. I'm on Facebook, Frederick D. Haynes, and my sermons are on YouTube, and my YouTube channel is Frederick Haynes.
Hey, Pastor Haynes, you heard the president speak yesterday, didn't you?
Man, that's a real president right there. He threw down.
Yeah, he did, man. We're going to be talking about all that this morning, man. Thank you, Pastor Haynes. Love you, man.
Awesome. Love you, Ricky. Thank you.
Yes, sir. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Front page coming up.
News headlines.
Entertainment. Sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 10 minutes after the hour, y'all. Hey, we got the one and only Maria Moore sitting in for Evil this morning. Maria, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Tonight is the second and last presidential debate between President Trump and former Vice President Joe Biden. After Trump kept interrupting during the last debate, this time each candidate will have their microphone muted during the other person's 2-minute talk time at the start of each segment. The topics tonight will include fighting COVID-19, race in America, national security, climate change, leadership, and American families. The debate will start at 9 p.m. Eastern in Nashville, Tennessee. For the first time yesterday, we got to hear President Barack Obama campaigning for Biden. Obama called out Trump on several issues, saying that Trump doesn't take his job seriously, thinks he's still on a reality show, and can't even keep himself safe from coronavirus. He even called out Trump for having a secret Chinese bank account.
Listen, can you imagine if I had a secret Chinese bank account when I was running for re-election? You think Fox News might have been a little concerned about that? They would have called me Beijing Barry.
In other news, intelligence officials are saying that Iran is behind over 20,000 emails sent to registered voters threatening them to, quote, vote for Trump or else. And the Democrats are set to boycott the Senate Judiciary Committee vote today on whether to send Judge Amy Coney Barrett's Supreme Court nomination to the full Senate for a vote. Rules say that at least 2 members of the minority party must be present for the vote, but Republicans say they will hold the vote without them. That's what's happening in the news. Rock T, what's good in sports?
All good, Maria. Major League Baseball Game 2 went down last night in the World Series. Tampa Bay beats the Dodgers. The series is tied up 1 game apiece. And we got some heat brewing in the NFL. I'm talking about the Seattle Seahawks and a few other NFL teams are interested in signing former Pittsburgh Steelers wide receiver Antonio Brown. And right now, he's currently suspended for 8 weeks for multiple violations of the league's personal conduct policy. But he'll be eligible in week number 9. And can you imagine him being over there with the 5-0 Seahawks and Russell Wilson? Man, let's see what happens. LSU violated NCAA rules, improper booster payments to its football players. They will lose 8 scholarships over the next 2 years. They also banned former LSU wide receiver and Cleveland Brown wide receiver Odell Beckham Jr. from their football facilities for 2 years for giving $2,000 in cash to 4 LSU football players on the field after LSU beat Clemson in the national championship game last year. So they putting the foot down on the necks right there. Last but not least, Thursday night football tonight, the New York Giants and the Philadelphia Eagles. This is another battle of the sorries. One is 1-5, the other one is 1-4-1. Flip a doggone coin, man. I don't even know I should even race the Rock T pick of the week for this sorry game right here. But just because Philadelphia is at home with no fans, I'm still going to pick the Eagles to win that game. There it is.
Yeah, they need to put in Jalen Hurts at quarterback.
Yeah, like for real. I mean, it ain't all on Wentz. The current quarterback, Wentz is playing okay. You know, I wouldn't go that far, Rick, but, we'll be here all day discussing that. That's a whole other thing. Gary, what's up, man?
All right, y'all. Tamar Braxton, she is back, y'all. Now, Tamar Braxton, she's slamming Honey Braxton Family Values trailer. She's calling it disgusting. Now, the new season is going to start, y'all, on November the 5th. Now, the trailer, y'all, for the latest season of Braxton Family Values has been released, and Tamar Braxton is outraged. She slammed the trailer on her Instagram, and she announced, y'all, that she would be telling her side of the story to Tamron Hall. She said, quote, after waking up to that disgusting trailer, forget, and she didn't use that word, at WeTV and whomever else participated for using my pain for their pleasure and ratings, unquote. So Tamar is very hurt and upset, and that's her family TV show, and I mean, that's what brings them money, but I guess she got money somewhere else, child, so we're going to wait and see.
Is she EP of that show?
I thought she was, Brad, but honey, evidently she like
EP of the show. You get to watch some edits and say what you don't want on there, and you get to have some type of say so. And her sister Tony, I think, is an executive producer.
Yeah.
So maybe they don't have a big percentage in it or something, and they don't get to make the calls. I don't know.
I don't know neither, but she said, honey, watch her on Tamron Hall next week. So we're going to see what she got to say. She said, because this got to stop, and she said, I'm not filming for this season, unquote. All right, the color today is one of my favorite colors. My color today, y'all, is Empowering Lime. On the high end, you say Empowering Lime, and on the low end, you say Beautiful Bright Green. That's your color for today. Brad, what's next on the hot spot?
Coming up next in the hot spot, T.I. turned down Busta Rhymes in a versus battle, and Jeezy stepped up. Lord have mercy. I'm going to tell you all about it up next. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. The hot spot.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot,
and that's hot.
You can catch me at the hot spot.
It's the BR18.
All right, it's the bottom of the hour. It's time for the hot spot. What's up, Brett? Good morning.
What's up, Ricky? Good morning. Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brett Tat Tat, and this is the Hot Spot, where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into this thing. T.I., he has turned down a possible versus battle with Busta Rhymes. Busta challenged Tip to a battle on Fat Joe's IG Live, saying, I'm begging you to step in the ring with me. I'm a bust show. We gonna do it with grace, but I'm gonna bust it in the competition. Come on, T.I., let's have fun. Tip responded on Instagram saying, I respect my elders, no cap. I didn't know we was reaching back through generations. There's a huge generational gap there, isn't it? And he continued and said, no disrespect at all, but y'all wouldn't put Brandy up against Dionne Warwick. It's like Mike Tyson and George Foreman, or Mike Tyson and Muhammad Ali. So he suggested Busta battle LL Cool J, Method Man, or Fat Joe. Oh my God. Well, y'all, Jeezy wants all the
Method Man
smoke.
would be good.
Yeah, I think so too. Jeezy wanted all the smoke. So during this live, when when somebody asked if Jeezy would battle, T.I. said, if you don't want this smoke, he say it. So Jeezy responded. He said, I don't know what you avoiding me for, since it mean that much to you. Put a date on it. I ain't gonna meet you there. I'm gonna beat you there. Ooh. And Tip responded saying, could this be a long time constituent of mine referring to me? So it's gonna go down, y'all. It might be Jeezy and Tip. That's gonna be a good one. I'm gonna wrap up the hot spot right there, because that's some good news and it's exciting. Coming up, we got Special K with the news. You're absolutely positive.
Hot pocket. That was quick.
Okay.
Damn.
We got the news you absolutely positively cannot use with Special K. And hit us up for them wake up calls, y'all, at 1-866-9 Ricky. That's 1-866-9-RICKEY. The time now is 25 minutes before the top of the hour. Shut up, Ricky. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
I believe him, yo. I don't know why, but I do.
All right, y'all. It's about that time. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, we got Special K with news you positively absolutely cannot use. 13 before the top of the hour. What up, K?
Man, looking forward to this. So, on Tuesday, I was telling the men where to go to find good ladies, in case you missed that. But today, man, my office has been flooded. My office and my staff have been flooded with women saying, look, when you going to look out for us? When you going to tell us where we can find some good men at? So, you know what? I got you. I got you right here. This is where you can go, ladies, to meet good men. Now, y'all listen
up,
closely.
Gary.
I'm listening. Oh, you don't think I'm listening?
I said ladies. I didn't say ladylike. Oh. Ladies, this is where you can go to meet the good men. We're going to start it off. Home Depot, Lowe's, or Ace Hardware. Now, Ace Hardware is only if you're buying power tools.
Yes, sir.
But Home Depot and Lowe's, you got to look for them. They be in the flooring and the paint department. You want to find them dudes. Flooring and paint department. Now, auto parts stores, but only if they buying batteries or electrical parts, because that means he probably really know how to fix cars, and that's a good quality in a man. Wouldn't you agree? Now,
because if he in there just buying black ice.
If he just in there buying air freshener and tire shine, that's them young dudes. You got to find a dude that's buying batteries or wiring. If he buying wiring, you need to grab that ninja. I'm serious. Because a dude that can buy a battery, he probably going to put it in himself. And a dude that know how to change a battery is somebody you need in your life. If a dude can't change your battery, throw that whole...
And if he's in there and his hood is up outside...
I'm telling you now, it's real. Now, you can find also guys that work at car dealerships, but not the salesmen, because they just be thirsty and a lot of times they don't have no money. You got to get the manager. You got to get the finance manager or the sales manager, because they get commission and salary. And now, if you get a man at the car dealership, he probably going to be out of shape, because they work 12, 14 hours a day and they ain't got no time to be at the gym. So he probably going to have a little belly on him, but he got that paper. All right, now, Sears Outlet in the appliance department. I think that's all they sell. You get you a man that's buying a deep freezer or a refrigerator, baby girl, you got something. I'm telling you now.
That meat in the packet with meat. Lady.
Now listen to this one. At skating rinks, I'm telling you now, on grown folks night at the skating rink, go find you a dude that can skate. Because a dude that can skate can usually dance. And if dude can dance and the dude can skate, that means he probably got a stroke on him. I'm telling you now, because he got rhythm. He probably in good shape too. Now,
what about dudes with their cell phone clip to their side?
Okay, now if he got his cell phone clipped to his side, he might be wearing a football jersey tucked in his pants. You really don't want them dudes unless unless you just, unless you're just looking for financial security and nothing else.
He wearing high-waisted pants with a belt.
Yeah, he probably got
what,
on.
Maria?
He wearing high-waisted pants with a belt.
Yeah, he wearing them high-waisted pants. He got jeans on that's got a crease in them, and he wearing dress shoes.
Ooh,
you
got
see
a fupa.
dude with jeans and dress shoes, that's not the dude you want. And he got a matching denim shirt to go with his pants. No.
Tucked in.
Or he might have on a short sleeve dress shirt. That ain't what you need. Don't deal with no dude with a short sleeve dress shirt on unless he a manager at Hardee's. Don't
Man, shut up.
Now look, you want to find dudes that work in the grocery store. Now, Maria, ladies be slipping on it. Dudes that work in the grocery store in the meat department. The meat department dudes, those are good guys to get. Because I'm telling you, because they always steal meat, and your deep freezer gonna always be full, because they all steal meat. I'm putting it out there. All them dudes that work.
A deep freezer full of cube steak.
Boy, you got cube steak and frozen chicken thighs for days, because them chicken thighs, they can steal them easy, because the pack don't be real big. Okay, now, any store in the section where they sell patio furniture, this is usually Target and other stores like that. If you see a dude buying patio furniture, that's an indication he probably got a house and a sizable deck. You want a dude with a big deck.
Yes.
And the only dudes that buy patio furniture got nice sized decks.
All that
space. The dude with little decks don't need no furniture. They can't put
big old deck.
All right, big deck, Maria.
Hold it. Half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
All right, Rick's Smiley Morning Show. 8 minutes after the hour, Gary has the tea and the clue of the day. What up, Gary?
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Thursday, a beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. Miss Tina is at it again, y'all. Miss Tina, Beyonce mama, y'all. She is livid. Now, they're saying, y'all, that Miss Tina is defending, honey, Beyonce over their hashtag #InSARS criticism. Now, Miss Tina said this, quote, "No matter what my daughter does, she is scrutinized and torn apart. She is not your damn political leader, and she is not your whipping board." Now, they're saying Tina Lawson is sending out some scathing words while defending her daughter in the wake of the #InSARS movement. Now, as the world continues, y'all, to watch the onslaught of violence against peaceful protesters in Nigeria, there's been calls for big wigs like Beyonce to step in. All across social media, fans are up in arms, y'all, pointing the fingers at celebrities, y'all, for not politically advocating on behalf of hashtag #InSARS, y'all. And Beyonce said, quote, that I am heartbroken to see the senseless brutality taking place in Nigeria. She said, there has to be an end to SARS. And people, they're saying Beyonce did the best she could do, honey, but now they're saying that one of the persons for SARS, Twawa Savage, y'all, she said that she was featured out in Beyonce's Black is King, and she thought on an official word from Beyonce would make a world of difference as the hashtag #InSARS unrest continues. She said she didn't bash Beyonce, but encouraged her to take a stand. She said, I'm calling on Beyonce and her team the same way they use their platform to elevate and show the world that Black is king and how beautiful Afrobeat and Africa our culture is. She said I want them to please, honey, use their voice and their platform right, because the same country that birthed is genre is on fire right now, y'all. And it went on and on and on, and Miss Tina was not very pleased by that. She said because they just doing. She said first of all she's defending her daughter directly. She said while noting that her work on Black is King. She said now according to Miss Tina, they're saying it's absolutely unfair that couch activists are attacking Beyonce and hurling ugly and vile insults at her. She said no matter what her daughter does, she's scrutinized and torn apart. She said she makes a record and uses all African artists, producers, writers, and she's criticized because she didn't get artists from every country in Africa.
She's right. She's absolutely right.
She said Beyonce ain't no damn whipping board, honey, so she is taking up for Miss Beyonce.
I ain't mad at her. I love that. I
better
love
take
that.
up for your
More
kids.
mamas should step up for their kids.
Yeah, but I don't know. I guess, child. But they say when y'all celebrities put yourselves out there like that, this is what happens. So
okay, and our mamas will step up and say something if they need to. Especially Miss Tina, she gonna say what she got to say all the time.
Yeah, as a mama, I totally agree. I mean, if you look up and down Beyonce's timeline, she's talking about Jacob Blake. She's talking about COVID. She's talking about voting. I mean, what more do people want from her? She put it out there. I mean, come on. Like, goodness gracious.
And if y'all don't know what SAR stand for, it's for Special Anti-Robbery Squad. So I guess that's what's going on. But Beyonce is a grown woman, though, honey. She can't take up for herself, though, Miss Tina. But I guess
sometimes you need somebody to step up and take up for you. You know what I'm saying? Because you out there doing all these battles by yourself, but sometimes it's a relief to have somebody to stand in front of you and take up for you. You know,
especially like Miss Tina. So congratulations, honey. We're gonna see how this all turned out. All right, moving on. In other celebrity news, Nicki Minaj needs to stop it. And I'm sick of these celebrities insulting their fans and their listeners and stuff. Now, Nicki Minaj just released a beautiful photo of her new baby boy, honey. And why she showed the baby foot? Why is celebrity showing babies? You gonna release a picture of your child? We don't want to see the baby foot. Show the face.
We don't care what you want to see. It's our child. We can.
Keep your child to yourself then and don't show nothing.
Oh, whatever, Gary.
I mean, it's ridiculous. Maria, did you show your baby feet when you had babies?
I showed my whole baby, but that's because that's what I wanted to do. And the thing about it is with celebrities and their kids, you don't know what kind of evil person is going to take your baby's face, turn it into a meme, do some Photoshop into it. So a lot of that is just, to protect the family and to protect those sacred moments. Your first baby, you're super protective. But I think, after, or maybe she's shopping the photos and she's,
they still buying black baby pictures
them.
Now?
They still buying pictures. They still buying. They will buy Nicki Minaj's pictures.
Oh, really?
Right. How much do you think she'd get for it?
Well, the daddy is a former prisoner, so I don't know.
What they got to do with anything? You just had to throw that in there, huh?
Nothing.
That man did his time.
I mean, that's what people do. So, but she should get a lot of money, I guess. But showing the foot, honey, we could care less about the foot. Let's see the baby face, hell. See what
she ain't got to show you nothing, Gary. She ain't have to even show us the foot, but she did. Now, look, come on now. Don't do this.
The color today, honey, is one of my favorite colors, Brad. My color today is Empowering Lime. On the high end, you say Empowering Lime, and on the low end, you say Beautiful Bright Green. That's your color for today.
All right, y'all give it up and show your love for Gary with the team. All right. Hey, here we go.
Wake up. It's time to get yourself together. Cause he woke you up this morning, slid you in your house shoes, so it would be better. Wake up. Encourage each other and be productive. The Rickey Smiley Morning Show, wanna know where you calling from, so come on and tell us and just wake up.
Good morning. This is Shauna calling all the way from Charleston, South Carolina. I'm calling to wake up my daughter, Olivia Camille Robinson. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Good morning. My name is Quintavious. I called to wake up my mother, Latoya Spice, and my baby sister, Morgan Gabrielle Green. Y'all wake up, wake up, wake up. Have a good day.
My name is Melinda from Toledo. Wake up, wake up, wake up to my Scott family. Thank you.
My name is Frank from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and I would like to wake up Gary with the T and change his name from Gary with the T to Gary with the mess. Wake up, wake up, wake up, Gary.
Good morning. This is Darnisha calling from Atlanta. I want to wake up my daughter, Cena, who's attending KSU. I want her to wake up, wake up, wake up.
Tuned in, lock in. What's yours? Cause we gon' let them know. Say Gainesville, wake up.
Come on.
Meridian, wake up. In Greenwood, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up. When you at Dallas, wake up. In Chicago, wake up. ATL, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
I appreciate it, Brad.
You welcome, Ricky.
There it is.
Yo, just rising up the players, man. Of course. Yo, make sure you like me on the Instagram at JAH Lion Zone.
John, you sitting on the beach somewhere, aren't you?
Down in the island. No, man, I'm back in America, but I'm going to be back down in the Virgin Islands real soon, right?
What part of America you in, John?
I in Atlanta.
You in the A, John, the A? Holla at my boy. Black Tony.
Already know.
Hey, Cole. Hey, Sean.
Hey, man, tell John Lion thank you for that mix, man.
Hey, Lion, thanks for that mix. Hey, boy, you did that, Shotty, for real. Hey, real talk. Hey, Cole, we need to get together. Hey, Lion, we need to get together, Shotty. I got some business for you, Cole. I got some work for you, Shotty.
Nah, I'm cool. The last time we did that, it ain't work out too good.
I'm going to take your ugly ass on there. I'm trying to put some money in your pocket, little ugly ass, boy. I'm trying to put you out here with the real players. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Rick.
Yeah, what up? Why you not coming to work today? What's up,
hey, Shotty, look, I got a screen phone call yesterday, Shotty. I got a screen phone call. Somebody had called me. She said, she was a psychiatry doctor or psychiatry doctor, so said she know Dr. Carr. She called me up and said, Black Tony, I need you need to come in for some counseling because you a habitual liar, Shotty.
Habitual liar?
Yeah, she said I'm a habitual liar, and me and you need to come in for some counseling, Shotty, some employer counseling. So she said, me and you need to come in 3 times a week so we can try to work our problem out. But
they go to no counseling session with no grown ass man that won't come to work.
She said, me and you need to come in and try to figure out what our problem is. Because she said she said, cause I keep lying, you keep
like
falling
my
for it.
kid or nothing. Like it don't make no sense for me to be going counseling with a grown man for not coming to work.
Cuz, you being hostile right now, Shotty. She said you were gonna be. I told you were gonna be hostile. She said you probably were gonna be hostile toward coming in for therapy. But Shotty, she said we need help, me and you, Shotty. We need to come in. So what day can you come? I told her
you what, you come to work, I go to you come to work, I go to therapy with you.
Shotty, you resisting, Shotty. You can't be in denial, Shotty. We got a problem, Shotty, me and you. 'Cause I keep lying and you keep falling for it.
Well, come up here, we'll talk about it. Just come to work, we'll talk about it when you get here. And then we'll go. We'll leave. I tell you what, I'll go with you.
Don't try to distract, Shotty.
I'm not trying to distract. I'll go with you, but meet me at the radio station.
Okay, Shotty, I'll meet you down there. I'll meet you down there. What car you driving today? I'll be down there.
I'm in my truck. Ford F-150.
I'll be in the back hood asleep because I'm tired. I've been up all night.
Been all night doing what?
Selling quarter.
How much money you made?
Well, I hit about 4,000 last night. Folk getting scratched out about this election. So they smoking up some, boy.
Hold it! Half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
All right, Rick's about the morning show. Gary, good morning.
Oh, you really had a good pill. Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Thursday, a beautiful day in the neighborhood, and here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. Tyler Perry, he's responding, y'all, to criticism over his hit movies and the shows, y'all. Tyler said, are y'all looking at the ratings? Now, they're saying, y'all, that some of the best classic films and shows, y'all, have been created by Tyler Perry. Now, they're saying while some fans can't get enough of them, others believe, y'all, that they offer stereotypical or negative depictions of black people. Now, they're saying in recent months, y'all, Tyler Perry has been criticized for his writing, with some claiming that all his work continues to cover the same topics, y'all. Now, Tyler said this, quote, when I hear that kind of stuff, he said, I'm thinking, are you looking at the ratings? Do you understand that the audience is in love with this? He says, because if you're complaining about my writing, you're not the audience. He said, my audience love the way that it's done and the way the stories are told. And from the beginning, it's always been about being true to them. He said, I grew up, honey, with a man who criticized me and said all kinds of horrible things to me every day of my life. He said, and if you're 2, 3, 4, 5, your beautiful kid can endure that and find a way, what kind of man would I be to hurt or bother some other criticism? And
Tyler Perry is great. Ain't nobody's writing perfect. Nobody's movie is perfect. He's doing the best he can. And somehow he became a billionaire, right?
Yes.
How did he become a billionaire?
Yep, absolutely.
Okay. Come on now.
And I like what he said about super serving his niche. Like, he knows his niche and he super serves his fans. Right. I thought that was so powerful, and that's how he is so successful. People need to stop hating and take notes. That's what they need to do.
He did say this, though, y'all. Let's be clear. Now, he said although the negative reviews don't really get to him, but they're saying the 50-year-old did admit, y'all, that Spike Lee's 2009 interview where he appeared to take aim at Perry when he described modern depiction of black characters as coonery and buffoonery. Actually, he said that actually bothered him only because he respected him so much, he said. So, Spike the only one that got
every now and then you'll get some criticism and stuff, and if I was Spike, I probably would have picked up the phone and had the conversation, say, hey, Tyler Perry, let's go to lunch and let's have this conversation or whatever, just where we all could be better. You understand what I'm saying? I'm sure Spike Lee did that in love or whatever. I don't think he meant anything by it. But we just wish Tyler Perry the best, and I'm so happy that Hollywood has moved to the South, and he is doing a fabulous job in making history.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So congratulations, Tyler Perry. All right, moving on. In other celebrity news, y'all, the Fast and Furious series, y'all, comes to an end. It's so sad for Tyrese. They're saying, y'all, that 3 years ago, Tyrese Gibson famously, y'all, attacked his Fast and Furious co-star Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson brand online after he agreed to do the Fast and Furious spinoff, Hobbs and Shaw, before filming Fast and Furious Part 9. Well, they're saying in total unrelated news, Universal Pictures just announced the end of the franchise, y'all. They're saying Universal Pictures is planning to wrap it up. Fast and Furious core film franchise with 2 final movies that will bring to a close a franchise that has revved its way to become the highest grossing movie series in the studio's history, y'all. Now,
they had a good run.
They had a good run, but Tyrese could have used the rest of that money, though. You don't just end stuff on him and stuff, and hard as he worked with that.
And now what Tyler Perry should do is make them all old and put them up in their 80s and do the fast funerals.
Drive through.
What you think, Gary?
That would be cute, honey. I could imagine, though. But Tyrese, he'll talk his way out of it. Tyrese love to talk, honey. So I don't know about that working well with him. But it's just a sad thing, y'all. And then my quick for free story, y'all. Tyra Banks said she don't want no damn Real Housewives of anything on Dancing with the Stars, baby. Miss Banks made that announcement yesterday. So
yes, she did, Lord.
she said that, Brad, baby. She said, I don't want. She said, y'all bring down the franchise.
That's not nice, though.
Yeah, she need to hush now. With all the stuff she got going on, she just putting herself on blast even more. She need to work on her hosting skills.
We're supposed to uplift other women as well. And the people that don't know her from modeling know her from what? Her reality show. Which is the same thing Housewives is.
Yes.
Some of these younger kids don't know her from modeling. They younger. They don't know. They watch the reruns of Top Model.
Yeah.
That is
Miss
an
Banks don't want
excellent
that
point.
mess on her show, so I ain't mad at her. The color today, y'all, is one of my favorite colors. My color today is empowering lime. On the high end, you say empowering lime, and on the low end, you say beautiful bright green, honey. That's your color.
It should be empowering slime, because all you do is talk about people.
Brad, don't say that. I ain't never said nothing about you.
Yeah, that's a damn lie. Empowering slime. That's going to be the name of your thing. Empowering slime. You lime green.
You're loved. More Rickey Smiley. Hey, Gary, don't you feel attacked? Don't you feel attacked, Gary? You want to report Brad to Human Resources?
You know, after we get off of this doggone radio, honey, she will be in Human Resource, honey.
First of all, ain't nobody going to Human Resources.
Trust me, I feel attacked.
You always feel attacked. Everybody know you be lying, though.
I'm like a white woman, girl. You're attacking me, and
trying
I'm afraid.
to get attention, just like they do. Karen's going wild.
Gary, do the white woman on it.
You think I'm not? I'm afraid. I'm scared to go to work.
More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up.
The Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
It's the front page news. It's what's trending now.
All right, man. Hey, joining us on the phone this morning is the international president and CEO of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, Dr. Glenda Glover, who is also the president of Nashville HBCU, the Tennessee State University. Good morning. So excited to have you. The AKAs taking over the show. We had Kamala Harris. We had Dr. LaToya Robinson on. That's going to be coming on later. And now we have you on. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you very much for welcoming me to your phenomenal show.
Oh, and thank you for being my daughter's president. My daughter is one of your students at the one and only Tennessee State University.
That's right. I check on her regularly.
Yes, ma'am. So that's why I know she have to do right. So as international president and CEO of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, what is the initial reaction when your soror, Senator Kamala Harris, made history as the first woman of color placed on a major party ticket?
Well, it was indeed a proud moment for women of color, for a proud moment for all women, a proud moment for America, because it brings great hope to little black girls and little Asian girls, little Indian girls. It's just very inspirational. But it's so much bigger than Alpha Kappa Alpha. It's a moment for all of us, for each of us. The Divine Nine, as you know, the group that for all black Greek-led organizations belong to. We're just extremely proud of Senator Harris and the fact that she's the first woman of color on that ticket for Vice President of the United States. You know, Senator Harris is smart and charismatic. She's experienced. She's qualified for the role, for the job as Vice President. So we're honored that she's a part of our group.
Yes.
Both Alpha, Black women in general, the Divine Nine. She represents all of us. So we're just happy and honored.
Yes, and I'm just as proud, too. Well, what immediate impact have you seen Senator Harris make on the presidential election? And does it help that she's a Howard alum and a member of the Divine Nine?
All right. Her candidacy is inspirational. It has inspired so many to vote. And not only that, but to pay attention to the voter suppression tactics, the voter intimidation tactics, confusion. And so she's, after speaking with her and talking to so many people, she's making them more aware to be well armed and to plan your vote, but to vote. It's galvanized the HBCUs. You know, having gone to Howard, which is arguably one of the best HBCUs. I mean, second on to Tennessee State University.
Right.
So students at HBCUs can identify with Senator Harris. You know, she's just a combination of all the training that we receive at HBCUs to be leader, be ambitious, to accept the challenges and to excel. But you know, she's also galvanized the Divine Nine. And so it's just wonderful. She's gotten the links, the Black Women's Agenda, the National Council of Negro Women, the churches. I spoke with Reverend Jerry Young about what things they're doing. She's just done a lot to bring these service organizations out, because she shined light on how we work so hard to serve our communities. You know, after all, we're all service organizations, and getting the vote out is service that's just unparalleled.
Right. So could you tell us more about the Divine Nine Partnership for voter engagement that Alpha Kappa Alpha is using to impact this election?
Right. What the Divine Nine, several of us, and at least Alpha Kappa Alpha and Kappa Alpha Science Brothers, we have partnered with the NACP and the National Bar Association in this election protection initiative that we have to make sure that our vote is protected. After we vote, that's not enough. We have to make sure that vote is counted and that vote is protected. In fact, Alpha Kappa Alpha put out a call for all the lawyers and AKA, and we received almost 1,000 responses. We're dispatching lawyers to work around the clock across the country to protect the vote and to guard against any further voter suppression and voter intimidation, because that's our commitment. That's our obligation. That's just our protective strategy. Voter protection, election protection.
Now, as an HBCU president, what's been the biggest challenge this year with the pandemic going on, running a university?
Well, it's been challenging because it is the pandemic. That is in of itself a challenge. But our alumni have come to the front and just helped us to raise money for different things. Our biggest challenge was just converting over to get the devices for students as we converted to online learning. So once we got the devices for students, and then the CARES Act funding kicked in, that we were really pretty much set. But the students are doing well. We have about 2,000 on campus now. And so with those, we just have to make sure we monitor what they're doing. We're testing regularly, and we have a very low number of positive tests, and we isolate them. We go through all the procedures. So it's working. We have 5 more weeks of school. They're finished up by Thanksgiving.
All right. If any mother out there, everybody that's listening in Chicago, Philadelphia this morning, tell us something great about the one and only Tennessee State University, and why every single parent that's listening right now should consider sending their kid to the one and only TSU.
Well, thank you for sending your daughter to TSU first. Now,
yes, ma'am.
And I went to TSU myself second. So students come to HBCUs in general first for one reason, and one reason only, and that's to get a quality education. So we make sure we keep up our end of the bargain on that to make sure they receive a quality education. Now, at TSU, we make sure they have more than that nurturing, that understanding. We know who you are. You're not a number. We're there to meet your needs, plan your careers, ensure that when you go back to when you deposit it into the real world, you can be competitive and you can make a difference.
Right, and I also want to add, one of my best friends on this earth, Bishop Walker. Your child ever go to Tennessee State University, they're going to end up going over there to Mount Zion Missionary Baptist Church, where Bishop Walker we used to have church in the gym at Tennessee State University.
That's right.
Absolutely. Before we built the building, cause that's one of my churches that I attend is Mount Zion. So, they're going to have a good church. They have a youth ministry right there on campus and up at MTSU. It's just a good place to be. Nashville is a good place to send your kid.
But Bishop
Rick,
Walker,
you can't forget. We can't forget about the Honorable Reginald McDonald, the aristocrat of bands, Tennessee State marching band out there, man. Come on now.
Best band in the land. The best band, the aristocrats. We push them up against anybody anywhere. I was going to say Bishop Walker is not only is he the great who he is in Nashville, he's the chairman of my board of trustees at TSU. So,
wow.
So we doubly love him.
Yeah, absolutely. Now y'all talking about that band. I don't know about that Sonic Boom ain't nothing to mess with now, okay?
Sonic Boom is absolutely excellent. I was at Jackson State for a while too, so I think highly. when I look in my purse and look at my paycheck, it has Tennessee State on it.
Hey, Dr. Glover, as soon as you hear pom 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 pom, it's about to get jumping. Dr. Glover, we are so happy that you took time out of your day to come spend some time with us this morning, and I'm so excited. You got to come back on the show. The international president and CEO of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, Tennessee State University President, Dr. Glenn. Thank you so much, Dr. Glenda Glover. Thank you so much for taking time. We love you. Yes. All right, y'all. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, big shout out to my good friend, Krista Foster, down in our homestead, Florida. Her under 9 decision to justice was able to move mountains. Now the police department have to wear body cams where her brother was brutally murdered by a homestead police officer. So we are so excited about that and all of the hard work that she's doing to protect people down in Homestead, Florida. So this one for you, Crystal Foster. Congratulations. Jeff Johnson, good morning.
Yeah, what's up, Gary? What's up, Rick? That's big work. And,
yes.
and when we can see people making a difference like that on a local level, it's important. So really, really, really big up to Crystal on that. Listen, I got 3 things for you. There is a huge Supreme Court decision this week that is going to impact election night, you all. There's a 4-4 deadlock on Monday night that stopped a court order in Pennsylvania that mail-in ballots received within 3 days of November 3rd would still be counted. The challenge, Rick, as you well know, is so often they'll call these states before they have counted all of the ballots that have come in from absentee. And so, your boy, John Roberts, sided with the liberals on the court, meaning that the lower court ruling would stand and that all of these votes will be counted as long as they are in by Election Day. And that's huge, especially in lieu of, I think this
whoever would have thought that he would be the swing vote, Jeff?
But he's done that before. I mean, he's been a voice of reason on certain pieces of in certain spaces, on certain cases, on certain rulings rather. Trust me, I'm not here to say that I think that he is an example of liberalism or even being a moderate by any stretch of the imagination. But he's been principled in places that I expected him to be political. So, and this is one of those. So it does create a great opportunity for Democrats in particular, who are going to have huge numbers of mail-in votes. But again, Rick, what that means is this is not going to be election night. This is going to be election season because you're talking about needing upwards to a week to count all of those ballots and ensure that they are part of not only Pennsylvania, but if this ruling impacts other states. So we'll see what happens there. But I think that is a win for those of us that care about democracy. In other news, there was a Miami, Florida police officer, Rick, that was photographed wearing a pro-Trump face mask while voting at the city's government center. Like, it's just all kinds of wrong to that story.
Wow.
Most states, you can't campaign within a certain distance of the actual polls, which means you can't have signs, you can't have T-shirts, you can't have masks, you can't have anything. Of course, we're talking about Florida, where that is not a law. So it is, however, against police policy. And so he's been written up and will be facing disciplinary action. But again, you all, that in a lot of ways translates to voter intimidation. You got a police officer at the government center wearing a pro-Trump mask while voting. That speaks to some of the voter intimidation that we've been seeing. And I don't know if you've heard, Rick, there is what many believe to be this false letter that is been seen in, I want to say, Florida and Alaska, where it is supposed to be sent from the Proud Boys. And it is literally telling Democratic voters, we know you're a Democrat, we know where you live, we have all your information, and if you don't vote for Trump, we coming to see you.
Wow.
So the Proud Boys are saying that they didn't send it, of course, and when they do the research, they're finding that this email has been routed, I think, through Eastern Europe and through Saudi Arabia. So clearly somebody is trying to cover their tracks. The point being, you all, there's going to be all kinds of voter intimidation and voter confusion, and some of that may not be as blatant as this, but be aware of every single piece of information you get. And I think, like I said to you all on Tuesday, the FBI is looking into all of these. And so if you get something that you think is fraudulent, that's about either intimidation or false information about voting, please let the FBI know. We need to keep track of as much of this as possible in order to protect as many people going to the polls as possible. We got 13 days, Rick. And so, Stacey Abrams said it best in an op-ed yesterday. She said that this really isn't about voting for people. This is about voting for policies. And if you don't love the people voting, just understand the policies that they will represent, like them or not, when they go into office. Because policies impact people. And this really is not about personalities, despite what this president would like us to think. This is about policies that impact people. So I hope that you think about that as you're making the last-ditch decision whether or not to go to the polls, that our families are all going to be affected by this. Rick, y'all can hit me at Jeff's Nation on all social media. Appreciate y'all. Have a good Thursday, brother. I'll talk to y'all next week.
Hey, appreciate you, Jeff, man. Jeff Johnson, y'all. Oh, man. Take me back, Brett.
Man, all I can think of is his dark chocolate self with his dreads and just being all shiny and greasy, and ladies just loved him.
Oh my God.
Oh
yes,
my God.
That song is so nostalgic. Shout out to Hot 105 in Miami. I remember growing up living in the Bajas, Carroll City. Man, we used to ride the jitney down in Miami. Man, this song just takes me, the jitney. You know the jitney? You ever heard of the jitney?
Oh, yeah.
Sound like a dance.
Oh, man. Come on, man. Man, this takes me back to my days in Carroll City, man. I love this record.
Now.
Special K.
Yeah, it remind me of my childhood growing up in Jamaica, man. I mean, it's just like, it takes me all the way back.
Man, I'm so excited, man. People love the songs that stay in your head all day. I mean,
all day.
When I tell y'all, we've been getting fan mail. Hold on.
Yep, there it is.
Hey, dear Rickey Smiley, man, I love the Rickey Smiley Morning Show, man. Thank y'all for playing Shabba Ranks this morning, man. I live in constant fear that somebody will kidnap my baby mama who lives all alone at 833 59th Street, Building C, apartment number 32 on the 3rd floor. Appreciate everything you do, Rickey Smiley. God bless y'all. Man, ain't that something?
You're wrong for that.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Go on and give her social security number. Why you okay?
Ladies and gentlemen.
What kind of car she drive?
On the phone, don't know how to act this morning. Please welcome the one and only actress, director, and activist, my good friend, Kim Fields, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, Kim. Hey.
Good morning, baby.
Kim, we have to read our fan mail. That's how I have to pull it out a little.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Yeah, I should have read that before I should have looked over. I just be trying to be, right out the envelope. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's right.
Nothing fake about this show. I am so happy to have you this morning, and we absolutely, Brett. Don't you feel like Kim Fields is a part of the morning show? You've been around us so much.
Absolutely, all the time.
Absolutely, yes.
We love her.
Absolutely.
We love your energy.
I love
we
y'all.
have you on the show. We love it.
Yeah, we love you. You want
Thank you. I love y'all. Love being with y'all.
And we loved you before you knew we loved you.
Okay. Come on, you gotta come on. For real. You gotta come on.
You take the good, you take the bad, you take them both, and then you have.
Oh, wow.
Don't make me do it. That's my song now.
Oh, no. Don't put that on to stay in your head.
Okay, yeah, we might. Hey, that is a good, we can do, that's a good idea,
Television
Brett.
sitcom song.
Television sitcom.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, you just gave me an idea. We're going to do that.
Oh, Lord. See what we done started. I mean, if anything, do Living Single theme song. My Lord.
That too. We are living single. Ooh, in the 90s kind of way. Yeah. Hey, we got you.
Brett know all the songs, man. All right, y'all. The final presidential debate goes down tonight and 12 days from Election Day. Why is it so important to step up and get involved for the Biden and Harris ticket?
Well, to me, voting just overall is important, no matter who you're going to vote for. But obviously in this election, voting for change, voting for rooting out systemic racism, voting out lack of leadership, and voting in leadership and change. And those are the things that are important. And so for me, again, that's why I supported this ticket. But just overall, just vote. And make sure you have a plan to vote. Early voting is what's up. I went and did it last weekend, and I was barely in line for an hour. Y'all, we got so many things that we can watch on our devices. So if you have to be in line for a minute, it's worth it. And I tell you what, family, I really felt powerful when I voted, when I got in there and I put that card in and I was checking my boxes and I went through everything and I just felt so empowered. Like I was doing something not just for myself, but for my family, for my sons, my black sons, for my business, my business partners, my community, who I am, the things that are important to me. But even if it's not something that is affecting me, it's still something that affects someone else. There are still issues that affect others. And I just felt so powerful with that early voting, y'all. That's what's up.
Yes. And speaking of being empowered and feeling powerful, how did you feel when you saw President Obama hit the street to campaign for Joe Biden yesterday?
Ooh, I will never forget when President Obama awarded Vice President Biden that award and just surprised him. And as he put the medal around his neck, and how Vice President Biden just teared up, and how much it meant to him, and that President Obama escalated it and gave it the highest of the highest on that. And there's a reason for that. It speaks to Joe Biden's character, but also his service. Right. And his service in government for a very long time. Guys, it's not just about checking boxes because somebody looks like you. Melanin is not a skill set. Mm-hmm. It's a wonderful facet that can create some nuances when you sitting at the table and got somebody representing you that looks like you. But at the end of the day, there's folks in there that look like us that ain't repping us.
That's right.
So it ain't just about what you look like. It's the skill set. Your gender is not your skill set. And so to be able to have people that you can vote for as an option that have the skills to do what we need done in the next 4 years and beyond, That's what's so important. We've had people that they've been given opportunities and positions without the skills to back it up.
Right.
Wow. Hey, so I wanted to ask, the polls were showing that Joe Biden is in the lead. Why is it so important that people to not get complacent and still be vigilant, in voting?
Mm-hmm. Hey, don't get comfortable, family. Don't get comfortable. Keep
That's what happened in 2016.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, exactly. And right now, I think that it's so important to recognize, because you do have so many people that's like, oh, I'm not voting because it's not going to matter. Why would everybody work so hard to keep your vote quiet? Why would everybody that's against our democracy work so hard if it wasn't important? Clearly, your voice matters. Clearly, your vote matters. And so making sure that everybody has voted or is voting, making a plan to vote, because it's not just about winning by decision. No, we need a KO up in this mug.
Okay. TKO.
Yeah, I'm going to be watching. I'm going to be watching the debate tonight, and I just never go outside of the box. But I am calling on Gas Jesus to enter Donald Trump's stomach. I need Gas Jesus to show up and show out to make him so uncomfortable he don't have time to interrupt Joe Biden. We call on a lot of G, but we have never called on the name of Gas
Jesus.
Heartburn Savior. We need
Let
you.
Let it burn, Lord. Let it
right
burn.
right now, if you would. Yes, sir.
Yes, Lord. So, Kim, we know you got several projects in the works, girl. What you got coming up?
So excited to be back to work and back to work safely, with, again, we still are dealing with the pandemic, and so being able to be back to work safely on my new Netflix series, The Upshaws, starring Mike Epps, Wanda Sykes, and myself. Thank you. And so we are excited about that. I have I'm an entrepreneur, as you know, and so my line of coffee and teas is available at Signature Blends by KF. And then I also launched on my birthday this year, I launched my lifestyle brand in the wellness and health space called Refresh by KF, which is on Instagram and all the social media platforms, just so that we can have different conversations and look through some different lenses about health and wellness and luxury lifestyle that is for everyone.
Right. Man, I am so excited for you, excited about everything. And when my kids and I are in the mall, we always stop by to support your business. We love Miss Phil's cookies.
Every time. Every time. And we love your mama Chip, too, by the way.
Come on now.
So ignorant. I know. I tell Mommy that you guys send love. She loves you.
Yes.
Oh, and speaking of Mom and I continue to make history as one of, if not the only, mother-daughter directing team for a studio. We are back working with Tyler Perry for our second season of Young Dylan. We directed with Tyler the first season.
Yes, congrats.
Young Dylan, thank you. Absolutely. So we are very excited to kick off season 2 this year and the top of next year. But the first season is a huge hit on Nickelodeon, and Mom and I are excited to work with Tyler on that.
Your mom trained? Didn't she train you, Ricky? Didn't you get some vocal coaching from? Oh, you got vocal coaching from Kim. I got some from Chip back in the day.
Ooh, vocal coaching. You just in singer mode all day, ain't you, Brad? No, I directed Ricky.
Yeah, let me tell you something, boy.
But not the vocal coaching.
Hey, Brad, I was so nervous. Kim will pull you to the side if she see you don't have your stuff together. She will pull you in an office and close the door and get in your face and say, "Listen, sir. We got to get this together. We're going to be shooting it." Man, Kim, you had me so nervous.
Ooh, that's how you get it out you, though, Rick.
Yes, sir.
But
yes, sir.
That's how you get it. That's how you get it. You got to go up in that honeycomb to get that good honey.
So proud of you.
So, Kim, you directed him with that show with Ray J? That's the show he directed him on?
Oh, never mind. Hey, hold on. Y'all give it up and show your love.
Don't do it.
Show your love and get feels.
Get that boat out.
Let's go.
Right. Love you.
Love you.
Love y'all.
Love you, Bobby.
Boy, the
I'm Joe
slander
Biden,
was coming.
candidate for president, and I approve this message.
News headlines. Entertainment. Sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 27 minutes after the hour. We got your front page right here. Maria Moore sitting in for Eva. Good morning, Maria.
Good morning, Ricky.
Bam, you's on. Bam, you's on.
Yes, shout out to Tallahassee. FAMU Rattler. Shout out to all my Rattlers out in Tallahassee. All right, let's take a look at today's headlines. Intelligence officials confirmed that Iran is behind over 20,000 emails sent to registered Democrat voters, threatening them to, quote, vote for Trump or else. The emails, which hit thousands of Gmail accounts, were made to look like they came from the far-right group called the Proud Boys. Google was able to block many of them from being delivered, but officials confirmed the emails contain personal information taken from voter registration rolls, which are open to the public. Incidents of violence over voter suppression are on the rise nationwide. Yesterday, a Maryland man was arrested and charged with threatening to kidnap and kill Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. On the West Coast, a ballot drop box in a predominantly Latino community outside of L.A. was set on fire, destroying up to 100 ballots. In other news, President Barack Obama blasted Donald Trump during his first campaign speech for Joe Biden yesterday. Obama called out Trump on his secret bank account in China, his inability to take the job seriously, and for his handling of the coronavirus.
Donald Trump isn't suddenly going to protect all of us. He can't even take the basic steps to protect himself. Just last night, he complained up in Erie that the pandemic made him go back to work. I'm quoting here. He was upset that the pandemic's made him go back to work. If he'd actually been working the whole time, it never would have gotten this bad.
Tonight is the second and last presidential debate between President Trump and former Vice President Joe Biden. Topic tonight will cover 6 issues, including COVID-19 and racism. This time, each candidate will have their microphone muted for 2 minutes during the start of each segment. The debate will begin at 9 p.m. Eastern in Nashville, Tennessee. And finally, as a reminder, tomorrow is the deadline to apply for mail-in and or absentee ballots in Arizona, Idaho, Nebraska, New Jersey, Virginia, Texas, and Utah. Get out and vote, people.
Please.
Yes.
Please. Yeah, man, Obama got him. We never seen President Obama speak like, because he's been quiet the whole time. And
that's together.
Yeah, that is a great closing argument to close these last few days of campaigning with Barack Obama. And he threw out the red meat to the base, man. Folks,
the timing is perfect.
I'm telling you, man.
Comedian for real.
Oh yeah, his time. Yeah, perfect. Hey, appreciate that, Maria.
Thank you.
All right, let's take a look at sports. Rock Teasy.
If y'all didn't know, there's a Major League Baseball World Series going on right about now. Tampa Bay evens up the series with the Dodgers last night. It's 1-1. Seattle Seahawks and a few other NFL teams are interested in signing former Pittsburgh Steelers wide receiver Antonio Brown. He's currently suspended for 8 weeks for multiple violations of the league's personal conduct policy. So in week 9, he'll be available. Can you imagine him out there with Russell Wilson? They 5-0. Oh my goodness. So we're going to see what happens right there, man. In the meantime, LSU violated NCAA rules, improper booster payments to its football players. They will lose 8 scholarships over the next 2 years. They will also ban former LSU star wide receiver and current Cleveland Brown Odell Beckham Jr. from their football facilities for 2 years.
Is that what they're doing about because of Odell Beckham?
Well, that's
I mean, the 8 scholarships? Oh, okay, because I was saying, if that's not fair for him, that he put that money in their hands on the sidelines, so that shouldn't make them want to cancel LSU for 8 scholarships. That don't seem 8
scholarships. I'm not sure if that's the only reason.
Okay.
Yeah, it's more to it, but that's one of the reasons. And because he did that, they're saying, listen, you banned. You can't come on the sidelines. You can't come to facilities for the next 2 years. But, you know how these NCAA rules are, man. They ticky-tacky about every little thing. It is what it is, man. Tonight, Thursday Night Football, New York Giants and the Philadelphia Eagles. As I said earlier, this is the battle of the sorries. Pick the Eagles to win this game, man. Rock T NFL picks. The rest of them is going to be tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. The Brat got the hot spot right now.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot and that's hot. You can catch me at the hot spot. It's the BR18.
All right, y'all. Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 28 before the top of the hour. What up, Brat?
What up, Ricky? Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brett Tat Tat, and this is the Hot Spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. The world is still mourning the loss of Black Panther actor Chadwick Boseman. As we previously reported, the highly anticipated sequel for the record-breaking Black Panther, entitled Black Panther 2, it has an official release date for May 6, 2020, but many fans are saying that Shuri should step into her Panther's place. Well, however, Letitia Wright, she played the role of T'Challa's sister. Am I saying it right? Is it Shuri or Shuri? Is Shirai? Shuri? Y'all remember? I can't remember. Anyway, she says she is still mourning and cannot fathom the thought of a Black Panther sequel without him. She said, we're just still mourning Chad, so it's not something I even want to think about. I thought of doing it without him, and it's kind of strange. The thought is kind of strange. We're just grieving at the moment, so it's trying to find the light in the midst of it. Yeah, that would be hard for me to do if we had a main person and I was close to them trying to keep shooting without them.
You know, one of the things that a tool that always helps is say, hey, what would Chad would want us to do?
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, Brett?
Yep.
You know, remember when Granddaddy died 2 years ago?
Yes.
And it was like, okay, you know, you got to perform because they Granddaddy died too.
Yeah, and they want you to do what you got to do. They want you to do what you taught them.
Right.
What they
Get out
taught
there
you and be proud.
Perform. Absolutely.
Yep.
You know, it's just a tool. It's just a tool.
That's a good tool. I think about my grandmother's the same way. All right, y'all, we're going to wrap up the Hot Spot right there. Coming up next, we got Dr. LaToya Carter. She got them tips for that healthier smile. And we got the praise mix down with the White Stone, huh?
I mean, that big ass intro, the intro was longer than the damn Hot Spot. What the hell is going on here?
I knew that was coming, Ricky. I knew that was coming.
You set up there. Oh, yeah.
The music.
Big ass intro, giving up on the bread. Mm-hmm. Like, yeah, we waiting. Brad came over and did one star.
Well, look. When I got less time, y'all figure out how to cut the damn intro, okay? It should be a short stack and a tall stack, okay?
It should be what, Brad?
A short stack and a tall stack, okay? Make it shorter for when we ain't got no time. Give me a little longer to tell my stories, because I want to tell them. I want to tell y'all everything I got in the news, but I got to cut it down, because they'd be like, Brad, you got 10 seconds.
Here we go. All right, y'all. Rickey Smiley Morning Show, man. I am really, really, really excited, man. October is National Dental Hygiene Month. A lot of folks are afraid to go to the dentist, man. Y'all got to go get those teeth right. So this morning, Maria, Brad, believe it or not, I got one of my childhood friends who happens to be a dentist on the phone with some tips to help us get our mouth health in order. We got the one and only Dr. LaToya Carter Robinson. Hey, good morning. What up, Toya?
Good morning. Good morning. How are you?
I'm good, man. I am so excited. Originally from Decatur, Georgia, graduate of Southwest DeKalb High School, graduate of Tuskegee University. Toya, I don't know if you know I'm a marching Crimson Piper.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Just making sure you know and understand. Graduate of Howard University College of Dentistry. And I got to take y'all back. Brett, you know, when I would be outside, I guess I was about 10, 11 years old. It used to be these two little kids. They used to come from Atlanta to this lady named Miss Florence house every summer. So I used to look forward to those two little kids coming in the summer to help this little girl ride a bicycle, get in the middle of the street and play football. Who would have knew that she was going to end up having her own practice and become one of the best dentists in the country?
That's awesome.
And, that's like she like a little sister to me. I always try to protect all the little kids, and this one of them right here. So we happy to just so excited. Member of Alpha Kappa Alpha. So happy to have you on the show this morning. I miss you and Dwayne.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm excited.
So tell us about, give us some help and some tips or whatever, because people be smiling. I don't think they don't have tooth filters on social media.
Okay.
Actually,
well, October. Yes,
they do,
October.
Yeah.
Come on, Dr. Carter Robinson. Come on, give us these tips, sister.
Well,
Come on, we ready.
National Dental Health Month. And so we'll go over a few tips. We want to go over brushing, which we know we want to just make sure everyone's brushing and using good form. So we want to hold the toothbrush 45-degree angles to our gums. And we're going to brush 2 times a day. We're going to brush 1 minute on the top, 1 minute on the bottom. We're going to also make sure we're flossing. That's number 2. Floss like a boss. Okay? We're going to floss at least before we go to bed at night. You're going to pull at least 1.5 feet of floss out. You're going to wrap it around one finger on one hand, one on the other, and then you're going to floss between the teeth in an up and down pattern. Okay, then you can rinse as well with mouthwash. Listerine we recommend as well.
All right, Dr. Robinson, what about the little toothpick things with the little floss on there? You know, and I like those because they're easy to use. You don't have to pull those things out like measuring tape. Are those?
We don't highly recommend those for adults. Children can use them, but for adults, the floss is too short on that. So what happens is you spread the bacteria between spaces.
I use them every day.
She said, stop being childish, Ricky. Use you some real floss.
All day.
But Maria, wait a minute. Dr. Robinson.
You just killed the dream.
You know, you done just broke all black people heart. We love those things. We keep those in our pocketbooks, our purse, our console.
I got them in my car. I got them
Give them
everywhere.
to your children. Let them use them. Please use string floss. Make sure it's waxed, too.
Yeah. Dr. Robinson, I have a question because, you know, with COVID-19 and people wearing masks now and, you know, some people, you know, they didn't realize their breath something was going on and they started wearing a mask. Can you just talk a little bit? Because, you know, people sometimes don't smell their own breath. And what can people do? Like, is it food stuck back there? Is it dry mouth? Like, what tips can you give for that?
It can be a lot of factors. It can be what you're eating. It can be not flossing. It can be not brushing your tongue. And then a lot of people, you know, they're not rinsing as well after they floss. But the big thing can be periodontal disease. That's what a lot of people are smelling. So when they don't floss, a lot of that bacteria is building between the teeth. And a lot of that is what you smell.
Well, how do you protect yourself from coronavirus, you know, while you working? Like, aren't you? Yeah. Do you get nervous?
I pray over every patient and all day. We wear a lot of PPE. We wore that before, but I think we're wearing a lot more equipment now. We're wearing face shields. We're wearing N95 masks. You know, we have disposable jackets, which we've done before. We've worn masks always, but we just have a little higher intensity masks that we're wearing now.
Okay. Y'all, let me tell y'all something. Brett, we are really, really, you know, she's trying to sound professional on the phone and all that stuff. But this is like one of my child. We are really, really close. We on Facebook talking to each other and inboxing each other every day.
Yes.
Absolutely love me some Toya. Every time she would come from Atlanta, and we be in the middle of the street to all of us be smelling like little puppies. And Toya, you know your grandma, Miss Florence, didn't play about us playing on that yard. They was serious about the yard. Like, if that football go on that grass, we use Toya go get the football because she's not going to fuss at you because that's your grandmother.
Right. Yeah, so she may have spanked all of us in front of the front yard.
Absolutely. And, you know, our parents graduated high school together and stuff. And we got connections to Miss Janie and all of this stuff. So we just one whole big family. So we are so excited to have you on. And we're going to have you back on the show because I'm so proud of you. You're so professional. And I love your work. I love watching your stuff on Facebook and your husband and your son and just watching your son grow up. Let everybody know how you can be followed and how they can get to your practice.
Okay, it's Captivating Smiles in Snellville, Georgia, and I'm on Instagram as well as Facebook at Captivating Smiles LLC.
All right, I'm coming. I'm coming, Doc.
Please come on. And can I give a shout out to my son?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, just want to give a shout out to Colin. He told me this morning.
Did y'all get the basketball goal up?
Yep, got it up.
All right, I'll be over there. I'm going to come over there and cook, and we're going to shoot ball.
Okay, no problem. Anytime.
Yes.
There it is. Love you. I'm proud of you.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, my little sister, Dr. LaToya Carter Robinson, member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, graduate of Tuskegee University. Big round of applause. Yes.